Welcome back to 100 Days of Cloud FinOps with Hybr. We have been seeing various Cloud FinOps principles, and today we are going to see about having a centralized team to drive the Cloud FinOps. You can read more about the FinOps principles from Cloud FinOps Foundation at finops.org. So what is this principle? Having a centralized team driving the FinOps. While there has to be shared accountability across various teams and departments and business units, there are certain aspects such as the best practices, such the type of savings that any engineer can do or any project should be aware of, should be established. The knowledge should be spread by a centralized team, because having such a center of excellence type of team helps to ensure that across the organization everybody is encouraged to save, to realize value in the cloud, and having set of people dedicated to evangelize the best practices will in fact create a proper culture of shared accountability. So the central FinOps team will do this establishment of accountability, best practices, and also encourage and evangelize those processes. In order to do this, the central FinOps team should also work with the executives and management team to make sure the practices and processes that are put in place gets buy-in from a business unit leader, vice president, or whomever has to approve for every division, so that it is not just a process, but it is having buy-in from the executive team, so that it will be made practically usable, all the processes and the best practices. In addition to that, having a central eye upon the volume of cloud consumption will bring in the power for a central team to go and find avenues to optimize based on scale. Maybe there are tiered discounts. For example, if you are consuming more than X amount of certain service, you can get commitment based pricing, savings plan type of thing from Azure, reservation commitment based RI type of things from Azure, AWS, and GCP. So this economies of scale needs to be looked at from a central perspective, because every project and every team, they're going to focus only on their cut of the cloud spend. Having a central team with the idea and the know-how of the cloud, and the idea of optimizing at a central higher level, gives organizations the power to optimize based on the scale. With the scale also comes a great negotiation and buying power. So having the central team will also enable organizations to better negotiate with cloud vendors, even go and have competing price offers from Azure, AWS, or GCP, or Oracle. So such things can be better done by a central FinOps team. It's similar to a central IT procurement team and whatnot in the pre-cloud era, right? So having that central negotiation happening with this buying power, if you are spending millions of dollars in cloud, definitely the cloud vendors are going to eye for your business. So that's an opportunity to negotiate for better rates, better rates compared to the market, drive hard the negotiations from a central perspective. So that's why having a centralized team driving this FinOps will help with realizing the cloud value, as well as optimizing your cloud spend to a very greater extent.